best places in baseball to play, and 47,000 hope to celebrate tonight. Padres 1 win away from the National League Championship Series.
For the Padres, the idea of using Dylan Cease on 3 days rest is to have two of their best available arms available to start since the start of the wild card era in 1995. Teams are 64-90 when using starting pitchers, including openers, on 3 days rest.
Grounds one to second for Jake Cronenworth. And he's one of his last 11. Can this man here save the Dodgers from another early exit and get this series back to Los Angeles? That ball's hit hard to left center field. Merrill on the run to the track, to the wall. Goodbye! Mookie Betts does it again in the first. And the Dodgers are on the board.
I'm telling you, this game is so mental. When you get unlocked as a great player, everybody was talking about what Mookie hadn't done. Yesterday's sigh of relief from that home run that he got, followed up by another hit, now a home run. The Dodgers know how important this game is to get the lead and keep the lead.
Cease comes home. Hernandez got to that high fastball and pulled it by Machado into left field for a base hit. Teoscar Hernandez, who's knocked in 6 of their 15 runs in this series, has a base hit here against Cease. Muncy waits on a curve, pops it into shallow center field. Merrill the call. And the catch.
Will Smith will be the batter. He lines one sharply right at Profar. Jurickson comes in. Couple of steps, sort of fell forward, but he makes the catch to end the inning. Dodgers get a run on 2 hits. Mookie Betts with his second home run in as many nights, but that is all. And now it's the Padres coming up.
For this group that's going to see a different guy every time they come up.
Yeah, Ryan Brazier is trying to get at least 3 outs, right? Every time you come in, you got to do your job.
He got him on 3 pitches, 3 consecutive breaking balls to strike out Tatis.
He got away with that one. That one was supposed to be away, and that one had great depth to it, but right over the middle of the plate.
Watching on as Ryan Brazier deals. The 1-2 pitch popped up right side. Warning track in front of the Padre dugout. Will Smith is there, as is Muncy. Muncy is there to make the catch. It's a 1-2-3 bottom of the first inning for Ryan Brazier. Lux was 0 for 4 with a K last night. It ended a 6-game hitting streak that he had going back.
That's a walk for Lux, who's reached 7 times in 10 plate appearances against Dylan Cease. Out of the 2-2 to Hernandez. A curve is lined into center field and a base hit for Kike Hernandez. Lux pushing the envelope. Throw from Merrill's late, and the Dodgers have him cornered. Bottom of the order getting the job done here for L.A. Kike Hernandez in his first start of the postseason has his first hit. And Taylor's down on a high fastball.
2 down in the second. First and third, and it'll be Shohei Ohtani.
Base hit right field. Ohtani past a drawn-in Arise, who is holding the runner at first, able to spank it by him, and it's 2-0 Dodgers.
High curveball, and Ohtani was ready for it. Probably hit it over 100 miles an hour, and it got by Arise.
And Dylan Cease's first career start on short rest is going to last 1 2/3. 2 in the bank, 2 runners aboard, his responsibility. 2 on, 2 out. Mookie Betts shoots the first one he sees into right field. Here comes Kike Hernandez. Throw from Tatis has no chance, and it's 3-0 LA. Mookie Betts 2 for 2, 4 out of his last 6 after the 0 for 22 slide.
When it clicks for great players.
Bounces it back to Hoeing. And that'll do it for the second. But the Dodgers get 2 2-out runs. Ohtani and Betts deliver.
So now Xander with 2 outs and nobody on.
His payoff takes off on him, and it's the first base runner for San Diego.
So that puts a runner on for David Peralta, who's suddenly hot, the former Dodger.
Ground ball base hit. David Peralta keeps on doing it. It's the first hit for the Padres, who have 2 on with 2 out.
And Jake Cronenworth coming up to try and take a whack at the left-hander Anthony Bonda.
Off the hand, shallow center. Edmonds out. He's got it, and that's the inning.
And through 2 innings, the Dodgers 3 and the Padres nothing.
The last time Muncy started a game at first base, his last play blew out his elbow. Pulled sharply down the line, and a fair ball and extra bases for Max Muncy. Kicked around by Tatis. Muncy's going to hang on at second with a leadoff double.
That's the first double of the series for the Dodgers.
But here's where the Dodgers have really struggled. 5 through 9. They only had 1 hit in that section of the lineup last night.
Smashed in the air, center field, way back and gone. Will Smith with a long home run. And the Dodgers with a 5-0 lead as they try to force Game 5. First hit of the postseason for Will Smith is an absolute blast.
Well, he finally got one up in the zone that wasn't 98 miles an hour above his hands. He took a sinker and went straight up the middle and hit a bomb, as you mentioned.
Donnie ends up 90 feet at second base.
So he is in scoring position for Teoscar Hernandez. 1 out of 2 with a single.
Chopper to third. That's a fair ball that hits off the umpire. Ohtani's coming home. Machado's throw is going to get him. The Padres get a break with some help from the third base umpire, Mark Ripperger. Ohtani's out at home and the inning is over.
The ball hit his hand and basically ricocheted right to Machado. It would have gone up the left field line. Manny picked it up, threw home, they tagged him out, and the inning is over.
Let's see, a couple of very good swings last time up, including one for the double.
Reaches out and sends this one in the air, deep right center field. Merrill on the run, track, wall, he's got it. Jackson Merrill covers a ton of ground and hauls it in for the first out of the fifth.
Jackson Merrill, we're going to hang a star here at Petco Park. What a play by the rookie center fielder to go back and take away extra bases from Max Muncy. A leadoff single here in the bottom of the 5th inning, and for the first time tonight, the Padres have the leadoff man aboard.
It's a walk. First to reach for San Diego.
Now Mark Pryor will come out of the dugout. Suboptimal start for Alex Vesia after a clean 4th inning. Cannot give this team any life. Cannot give this building any momentum.
2-2 coming home. Swing and a miss, and Higashioka's the first out of the 5th. Big out right there for Alex Vesia.
Yeah, it was a big out. I mean, you got a 5-run lead, but in the playoffs, as you can see, the crowd standing on their feet thinking, here we go, Padres can put a crooked number on them. And he made a pitch, and now he's got to face a great hitter in Arise. He knows this is his last hitter.
Cracked in the air, right field. Betts coming on, makes the running catch, and Arise is out number 2. Dave Roberts quickly out of that dugout. He's going to go to Evan Phillips to face Fernando Tatis Jr.
He is now 7 for 14 in this series with 3 homers and 3 doubles.
In the air to center field. Hernandez on at first. Now goes back and makes the grab to end the 5th.
So Evan Phillips comes in, strands a pair. Still 5-0 LA. Evan Phillips, who got the last out of the 5th, starting the 6th.
There's a fly ball hammered to center field, and Manny Machado just missed it. Kike Hernandez, Chris Taylor didn't matter, got to the wall, and Taylor pulled it in for the 2nd out.
Well, that is Petco Park at its finest. Late in the night, this ball is smoked, and it just dies in center field.
This bullpen game for LA. Evan Phillips promptly with a 1-2-3-6. Does it on 5 pitches.
Runner on first, 1 out for Will Smith.
On the ground to short, under Bogarts' glove, 5-hole into left center field. Muncy chugging for 3rd, and he'll get there. For a lot of this series, the Padres have had a clear edge defensively, but an error on Bogarts here.
Yeah, that's a 1 in 50 right there. That ball just kind of skidded through the wickets.
1st and 3rd. Dodgers trying to tack on, looking for their first run since the 3rd inning. Lays a bunt down, perfectly done. Tossed to first in time, but Muncy's in to score, and it's 6-0 Dodgers.
It's a perfect bunt that cannot be defended, right? You read it, as a base runner reads it at 3rd, you play it in that little triangle that's perfectly placed.
Gavin Lux is up to hit. Wandy Peralta, the veteran left-hander, makes his first appearance this postseason. First time he's pitched in a game in almost 2 weeks. Gavin Lux jumps on the first pitch, hits it to deep right field, and gone! Just over the wall for Gavin Lux, who ambushes Peralta, and the rout is on in Game 4. The Dodgers lead at 8-0.
Each at bat, Gavin Lux looks like he's getting closer and closer. He's had some good takes, some good swings, and that feeling right there doesn't get better.
3rd home run of the day for the Dodgers.
Hudson, the 6th different Dodger pitcher, and they are collectively working on a 3-hitter run.
Cronenworth hammers this one off of the wall. He can run for a while here as Chris Taylor has to chase this one down. And the Padres have a man at 3rd for the first time in this game. Jake Cronenworth with a 2-out triple.
Yoshioka pops it up, left side of the infield. The catcher tosses the bat in disgust. Edmund calls everybody off and has the 3rd out.
They've had success with this bullpen day tonight.
And in a best of 5, if you got a good bullpen and some creativity, you can get away with it.
In the air, shallow center field. It is up to 5 for a game 5. Dodgers in a rout here in San Diego, 8-0 to extend their season. And the bullpen game goes to perfection.
Luckily for both teams, it's not a far journey to the next.
This was a complete team win. When you look about how you guys were able to do this one, how would you describe it?
I mean, I don't know. I mean, our backs are against the wall, and we know that, but we're a team of grinders. We fight, and we came out and had a good game today.
How important was it to get to Dylan Cease early? Not only take him out of the game, but also take the fans out of this one.
I think it's huge. They showed a stat up there. Petco is, the loudest, one of the hardest places to play. So, he's going to come with his best. I mean, first pitch of the game was 100, so he was coming, but we were too.
That's now home runs in back-to-back games for you. How good did it feel? Not only get those results, but to be able to set the tone for your team in these games.
I mean, it's huge. I mean, that's all I want to do. That's really, truthfully, all I want to do is just help us win, set the tone, just do my part. And I know everybody else is going to do their part. I just want to do mine.
All right, bullpen's performance. How incredible was it?
It was amazing. I mean, they didn't score a point at all. So, they did amazing, and they just got to rest up and do it again.
All right, Mookie, you guys forced a game 5. Congratulations on this win.
Thank you.
You guys were facing elimination, and you had to navigate a bullpen game. You caught 8 pitchers tonight and finished with a shutout. How did you guys pull this off?
Credit to the bullpen, man. They came in, just dominated. We needed that. Obviously, we couldn't lose this game. So, great job by them. Get us back to LA on a couple of days. So, be ready to go then.
The Padres have been so good in the early innings. Ryan Brazier started this game, pitched 1 1/3 perfect innings. How important was it for him just to set the tone against that powerful offense?
Yeah, I think, Mookie said in the first with the homer. But then, Brazier putting up a 0, going back out, giving Machado. That was big. And handing it off to Banda. And just kept handing it off to each other. So, great job by them.
You were 0 for 9 in the series before your home run. Max had also struggled. Mookie now is coming around. As you point toward game 5, how do you feel about the state of your offense?
Feel good. Just keep going up there, executing our plan. Moving guys over, driving guys in. We should have a good chance.
A lot of guys down there that we feel really good about that, if we have that lead, they're going to come in and, shut the door down. So it was really good all around, though, a lot of good at-bats.
This atmosphere has been crazy these last 2 days. How important was it not only just to get to the Padres early, but also to take the fans out of this one?
Yeah, totally. I mean, this place is crazy. They have really good fan base that they show up and they're loud and they cheer all game. So just to try to take the wind out of them early and put a bunch of crooked numbers up, just, kind of help take it out of them. But even when we're up early, this place is still rocking. It's still loud, and it's a really good environment to play in. It's a ton of fun.
You've had 2 hits in this game, including a 2-run homer. When you think about just this series as a whole, you've really had some special at-bats. What do you attribute just to the success you've been having offensively?
I think just going in straight compete mode. You kind of throw mechanics out of the window, and you just go, look for a pitch in the lane you're looking in, and you just try to grind guys out and get on base and help the team any way possible. And you throw mechanics out of the window and you just try to compete and help the team win. And I think that's kind of my mentality, is just get on base for the guys at the top and just roll from there.
With this one, you guys have forced a game 5. Does a win like this, though, what you guys were able to do today, does it send a message for what you guys are hoping to do in game 5?
Yeah, I think it's always good to get a lead early and just try to take some pressure off. But that's just not how playoff baseball goes. You don't know what's going to happen, and you just got to keep throwing punches when they throw punches. And it's all momentum. So just keep fighting every at bat. Don't throw anything away. Don't give anything away, and just stay locked in.
All right, Gavin, you guys did that today. Congratulations on the win.
Thank you.
All right, Joe, thanks. Great job as always. And a Dodger big win. Shutout time. They're back in the series. We go to pivotal game 5, and away we go. Joe introduced everybody, so I don't even have to do that. You all know who's here. D-Train in a minute in the train station. But the traditional 8-pitcher shutout, Alex, just like we all planned it. A baseball gem, but the Dodgers needed it.
It's not how they wrote it up. But look, the Dodgers starters ERA is 10. The bullpen is about 2.3. So there's your story. It's not the way you wrote it up, but you have a game 5 back in Los Angeles.
Absolutely. And let's not forget, we saw the Dodgers offense shine tonight, which is something that has been missing the past couple of days. I mean, we all know that the San Diego's Padres have this great pitching staff, but if Mookie doesn't come through, if Shohei doesn't come through, it's not going to happen there.
Yeah, I mean, we talked about it when the game, or last night when we found out it was Dylan Cease versus TBD. Well, TBD is the MVP of the game. I mean, they had 8 pitchers went out there.
Nice, Cap.
Thank you. They had 8 pitchers went out and shut down a hot San Diego Padres team. So, Game 5, here we go. This is what you want to watch. If anyone told us before the series started it would come down to a 5th game, we'd all agree to it because these teams are so evenly matched. Now the fun begins on Friday.
But Cap, is exactly what you forecasted and what you said was most important for the Dodgers is to play ahead, especially with TBD, right? And they did that today. Mookie Betts, 3 balls over the walls in 3 consecutive first innings. 2 of them are actually home runs.
Oh, I like that. I see what you did there. Yeah, and look, and they did it without Freddie Freeman, right? So you take him out, you put Max Muncy at first. He hadn't played there in a couple of years, and he did just fine. He's standing by now with our Ken Rosenthal.
Max, you come into this game tonight, and you're on the verge of losing a division series for the 3rd straight year. You're going back to Dodger Stadium for Game 5. How would you describe your emotions just throughout the day and right now?
We were pretty loose. You know, it was last night was a tough one to lose. We feel like we battled back, but you know we came in today. Everybody was light and loose in the clubhouse. We had a bunch of guys playing mini golf in there. You know, we just you wouldn't have known it was an elimination game for us, and you know that definitely translated that onto the field for us.
You had a tough time in this series. You doubled and scored in the 3rd. I know you spoke with Dave Roberts today. What was his message to you?
He just wanted to check in on how the guys were doing. It wasn't really even about me. It's just, you know, what's the vibe in the clubhouse? How the guys feel about everything. And I told them, hey, we got this. There's not one person in there that doesn't believe in us. And you know, we got a very resilient group. We've had to go through a lot this year, and you know, it showed tonight. The guys went out there, and when their number was called, they went out there and did their job.
What do you expect Friday night at Dodger Stadium?
It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun.
Max, thanks a lot. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Ken, Max, appreciate that. You know, Derek, don't you look, obviously, they saved this. However they did it, they saved their season. You go to Game 5. That's the most important thing. But wasn't it nice to see the Dodgers show you a little something? They had lost 8 of their last 9 playoff games going the last couple of years, right? So they had been backs against the wall and just kind of went home. So wasn't it nice to see them respond tonight like they are the best team in baseball? Because they are.
Yeah, it really was. You know, they never allowed the San Diego Padres fan base to get into it. You know, they silenced them right out of the gates. And this is, you know, this fan base in San Diego, they didn't let any Dodger fans there, remember? Didn't you say it? No Dodger fans allowed. But what a great job. They showed some fight. Look, this team has been in the postseason for I don't even know how many years in a row. So they've been in these positions before. I know it hasn't worked out in the past, but I tell you what, they have a chance to flip the script and change the narrative in Game 5 in Dodger Stadium.
I got to talk about my boy Mookie Betts. He's one of the thunder in this lineup. He might be one of the most important players in this organization, to be honest with you, throughout the year. I would like to show you guys some clips right here.
Nice.
About my man showing some love at the gate. Bam! That's my dog. That's the guy I know. When he's having fun out there, his ability to take over. He take things to the next level. This is the guy that when he get going, the Dodgers get going. And with the help of Ohtani, I mean, that's why they are where they at.
Poppy, when you said I'm going to go to the video, I thought you were going to go back to Tom and Jerry, but you didn't. But in all seriousness,
that's for later, buddy.
KB, one of the guys that I got to give some flowers to is Dave Roberts, because here's a guy that's always a steady hand. He's consistent. You know, LA media like New York media, they go up, they go down, injuries, no injuries. But Dave Roberts is a consistent, steady hand. He's done a great job. Game 5 is set up beautifully. WrestleMania 5.
How about, to your point, what did Max Muncy say? We were relaxed.
That's right.
Right? So that goes to the manager, I would think, keeping them all relaxed, right? Let's talk about the pitching, though. Let's go to the train station. Let's welcome in D-Train. Load up that train station. Oh, look at that. Look at the trains coming in. It's all beautiful. How good is that? And the graffiti got cleaned up, D. Nice job. You got the crew in there.
My bad, dog.
I appreciate that, guys. I appreciate you guys. But the bottom line is, this was a gritty win for the Dodger rotation, the bullpen, and really just the whole staff in general. They knew they needed this ball game, and they really did a good job of taking this whole crowd and this hot San Diego lineup out of the ball game. I felt like they followed the myth all night long. They executed, especially to Fernando Tatis and Machado. I thought the way they attacked him with the fastball and spun the slider and stayed ahead of him and kept him off balance really was the key. And once they scored runs, Dave Roberts was able to deploy whoever he wanted to be able to win the matchup. And the bottom line is, hey, guys, if you guys don't win the matchup, we go to Cancun. So they're going to hold off on that trip just a couple more days. But they forced a Game 5 in their own house. It's going to be rocking and rolling in Dodger Stadium for Game 5.
Hey, behind you, D-Train. Sorry, man. Look at the wall, man.
You know what? I'm so sick of you, man. Like, we just cleaned it up, Poppy. Now I got to go call the city and get more money. You know what? I'm going to take that watch from you and pay for that too, Cat Daddy. I see what you got on your wrist.
En la casa.
You know what? I'm sick of you and your perm.
Hey, and your perm. Hey, don't be hating on Billy D. Williams like that. Come on now. Train, that's messed up.
Oh, man.
The D-Train has left the station. There you go.
Oh, my goodness.
You got something to say?
Yeah, I did. I forgot. But no, just back to what David was talking about, Mookie Betts. Just think about it. Yesterday, before Game 3, everyone was talking about Mookie Betts struggling. Now, all of a sudden, he's the hottest hitter in baseball. That's how quickly things can change in the postseason.
Dodgers in a rout, 8-0. They force Game 5 on Friday. That'll be fun. Winner advancing to the NLCS, but a big performance today from many, including our guy Mookie Betts, who delivered a home run right off the bat and got him going. Mookie, it's great to see you as always. Here with I'm Kevin and the Fox guys. You know, I'm going to give you to your boy because David gave you the big pep talk yesterday. And he said to have fun and at work. Go ahead, Poppy. Talk to your guy.
What's up, dog? Congratulations on that big win, man. Hey, man, you know what?
Sir. Thank you, sir.
I was talking to the guys right here the past couple of days because everybody, you know, when you're not going, everybody get worried. And you know what? I feel familiar with because that happened to me on my playing days. When I was cold, when I was not getting it done at the moment, everybody get worried. But to be honest with you, I wasn't really worried about you. You know why? Because the captain did a breakdown on your videos hitting. I did a breakdown on your video hitting. We didn't see anything different on what you do when you are hitting and when you are not. In the playoff, anything happened real quick. I mean, you can go 0 for 8 or for 10 or whatever. But tell me what your mentality has been the past couple of days.
Whew, man. For a little bit, you know, I was like over 20, over 30 or something like that. And so
who cares?
I was just letting it get to me. I was really just letting it get to me. And really what was getting to me is that I just wasn't able to help the team, man. I just wasn't able to. I know it's going to take everybody, but I just wanted to do my part to control the things that I could control. And I wasn't, man. I was messing up and not doing my part with the team. And so that was what was really killing me. And so I really just reached down, said some prayers, reached down deep, and just tried to become a dog, and it worked.
Mookie, what's up? This is Derek, man. Great game, great last couple games. How much are you guys looking forward to now going back to L.A.? Obviously, we know how this rivalry has gone over the last couple years, and the back and forth that it's been between the players, the fans and the players. But how do you expect the fan base to welcome you guys for a Game 5? And did you expect that this series would probably go the whole way?
I mean, you definitely kind of expect us to go 5 games. I mean, it's been back and forth all year. Anything can happen in these games. But I think it'll be great. I think the stadium will be rocking. It'll be loud. But we just have to continue to play our game and don't try and do too much. Just control the things that we can control and come out ready to go.
Hey, Mookie, Alex here. Congrats on the big win, and congrats on the last few nights. You've hit 3 balls over the wall in back-to-back first innings. How deflating was the first one? Profar stole one, and how rewarding was the last 2 nights when he wasn't able to catch it?
Oh, man, the first one, I mean, that was in the midst of the over whatever, and so that was really deflating. And then yesterday I got to see one fall. I felt kind of like Steph Curry a little bit. I just needed to see one go in, and then I know I could do it. And now I have my confidence back, and I'm ready to go.
Mookie, we, Poppy recorded this heartfelt message to you yesterday on the air and to the fans at home so they could see it. And obviously, you know what he thinks of you. And when he was done, I thought that maybe he could start a business, charge $29.99 for a similar message. I'm curious, would you pay the $29.99 for a message of that ilk from Big Poppy? Is it worth it?
Yeah, absolutely. Anything from him, I got him. That's Big Bro. So if he says something, I'm listening. He said it, and I got a call, I got a text message, I got on national TV, I got the message, and it's been working. So Poppy, pun, I'm gonna call you when I need another message. Just make sure you answer.
Hey, I got a message for you right now. Come back to LA tomorrow and finish it so I stay here.
I got you.
Hey, Mookie, congrats, man.
Kid, man.
Appreciate it. Have a good one. We'll see you Friday, okay?
Thank you. Love you guys, man. Good to hear from you.
Oh, you're the best. Always great to talk to Mookie and see him, Poppy, as you said, having fun, right? Just to feel good. He said he felt like he wasn't helping the team and, got going yesterday and then hits the big one today, and you see the difference, right? And, Derek, you talked about it. There was nothing wrong with his swing at all, nothing mechanically wrong. It's just a matter of going out there and keep doing what you're doing, and it finally paid off for him.
Yeah, it's the gift and the curse of the postseason. You're hot, you're the greatest player on earth. You struggle, what's wrong? What I like to hear from Mookie is said what frustrated him is he felt as though he didn't have a chance to help the team, right? It wasn't that he doesn't feel as though he could play or he could hit. It's just after the game, you're sitting there and you feel like you let your teammates down because you didn't contribute, and he's contributed in a big way.
Sure. And you see it in his face. Mookie's got that big old Magic Johnson smile, and it exudes great energy. And when you're relaxed and when you feel good, you play better. And he's starting to play better. That's trouble for the Padres.
Yeah, there you go. So, a big win for the Dodgers. Mookie Betts was great. Ohtani delivered an RBI in the bullpen with 75 guys out of the pen through a shutout. So, pretty impressive. Let's go 2X. Poppy, do you think we should go back to TBD on Friday?
Well, you probably will.
Well, I think they have some options.
Hey, Dave, do we have a Game 5 starter yet?
No, we don't. Fortunately tonight, we were very efficient as far as our pen, which was great. So we've got some options. I think that, we could run the same playbook back and run a bullpen game. We can start Jack. We could start Yoshinobu. So I think that tomorrow we've got a workout from 4 to 6, and it'll give us a chance to kind of talk to the relievers and see how everybody's feeling. But right now, no Game 5 starter.
I mean, given how well the bullpen pitched today and given how much they've hit your starters, is the bullpen game, you think, kind of the favorite?
Well, it's a good thought. I mean, obviously, clearly, but, just kind of knowing they're efficient, but also just checking in on those guys to see how they feel tomorrow is kind of the thing we want to make sure before we make a decision.
And the efficiency, obviously, not just in terms of helping you out for Game 5, but the way it kind of helped you run these innings, right? I mean, Vesia got through the fourth really quick. I'm guessing that helped him get out for the next inning. I think Phillips, Hudson threw 9-10 pitches. How did that kind of help?
Yeah, it helped. I mean, I think that overall the guys were efficient, understanding that, they're going to have to do up downs, go a little bit longer potentially. So the efficiency, the strike throwing was huge. And again, it just gives us options for Game 5.
Did you have any thoughts of staying away from Trinan after the game kind of opened up?
No, I didn't. He hadn't pitched in 3 days. It was the top of the order. And, when you're in a elimination game, I wanted to shorten the game, and it was good to see Landon take down an inning, which was very helpful.
I know before Ohtani got here, right, you used to like to say a lot, as Mookie goes, the Dodger goods go. How big has he been, the last 2 days here?
Who's that, Mookie?
Yeah.
Mookie's been big. Obviously, we got a lot of good players, but it's not on one player, clearly. And today, Mookie shined. Last night, Mookie shined. And today, Will had a big hit. So that's the great thing about having good players. And, they don't need to do anything more than they're capable of and just kind of do what their potential, their abilities allow for, and that's what they did tonight.
Juan? Dave, you've talked a lot about fight, especially over the last week or so. How pleased were you with just kind of what these guys did?
I'm proud. Proud. I think that, when you go through the regular season, a lot of things are sort of calculated and, there's a lot of variables because you're playing for the longer view. But when you get into the postseason, it's a street fight. And it's about people, players, and your desire has got to be more than your opponent. And for me, to see our guys go through what they've been through and respond the way they have really makes me excited about Game 5.
As you guys mapped out your pitching plan, like heading into this one, was Flaherty an option? Like if
he was a late option if something funky happened. Guys weren't as efficient as possible, but now he's alive for Game 5 as well.
And what happened with Freddie just before the game? Obviously,
he just had overall body soreness, the ankle, the side, and we had a good conversation. And I just don't feel good about putting a player in there when he's not at his best because of the name on the back of his jersey. And we have certainly a lot of competent players, and so he felt good about his teammates. And so we'll see how he feels tomorrow going into Game 5.
Do you want to do one more for Doc, and then we'll get to Mookie and Will? Go to Mike.
Two-parter, Dave. With the importance of getting an early lead in a game like this, how much of a tone setter was Mookie's home run? And there's a lot going on with him on Monday. Can you just talk a little bit about how he responded to all this, all the noise, I guess, really?
I think, responded really well. I always tell the guys the game honors you, and the work that he's put in, grinding in the cage and extra hitting, certainly has paid off. And to your question about striking first, when you come on the road, it is important. Hitting is still hard. You can't just book a homer or a crooked number in the first inning. But I do believe that the intent, even Shohei's first swing of tonight, was aggressive on the fastball. And for us to get to Cease early, get to their pen, obviously it gave us momentum. But yeah, it started with Mookie right there.
All right, thanks, Doc. We'll see you tomorrow.
Thanks, guys.